What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mega64 Podcast. Sean and Rocco have the night off, but that's okay because you're here with the squad, Garrett, Kevin, and Derek.
That's right.
Woo, baby! Tonight, we have a hell of a show. We've got breaking news about Mega64. We are going to be attending PAX East. That's right, but not only that.
This just in.
Breaking video game news all across the world. News about the new AEW video game and the new Madden video game has come out. Some people are saying this could possibly... You're not going to believe this. What? This could possibly be the worst John Madden game ever created. I know.
No.
It's hard to believe.
I play them all too, so I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, this is John Madden 23, but technically I think it's like 106. They've released so many. So to be the worst of all of them is
that sucks.
Quite a tall order. And then we've been teasing this since the pre-show, but Garrett was engaged in combat today. The police, fire department were called. It was a total catastrophe. 4 hours of driving, 1 hour of combat. He's pissed. We're going to get into all that.
We'll talk about it in the show ahead.
Yeah, all that and more on tonight's episode. And you're not going to fucking believe this. From the shadows, from behind the camera, finally on microphone for the first time in months, Kevin is on set.
Yep.
That's right.
I am.
You asked for it?
I'm stoked to be in front of the camera that I normally use. So
yeah,
it's weird.
We're bringing new meaning to the term KevCam tonight.
I didn't even get that until you just pointed it out. KevCam is KevCam.
Yeah.
That's right.
This is KevCam right here.
It's just fixed. You had to tighten all your screws and your knobbles.
Yep.
We've got Kevin in the hot seat. Everybody watching at home, he can't squirm out of it now. Everything you've ever wanted to know about Kevin and more, we're going to ask him. We're going to get all the answers on today's episode of the Mega64 Podcast.
It'll be a big one.
Theme song. This week's episode of the Mega64 Podcast is sponsored by us.
That's right.
Yeah, nobody's helping us do this. We do it all on our own, and you should support us in any way you can, including going to shop.mega64 and check out our other podcasts. Garrett is slaying it on the PPS.
That's right.
Every week.
I swear to God, guys, Peace Walker is going down as soon as I can get it done. So.
Well, if I recall on last week's episode of this show,
That's right.
promised our fans that you were going to beat Peace Walker that night, come hell or high water. I believe
you asked me, is there a time?
You would not go to sleep before that game was beaten. So
you
can you update the fans on how that all went down?
So you're telling me you're a liar.
Yeah, I am saying I'm a liar. Okay, I want to apologize first of all.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not perfect.
What happened?
I'm not a perfect person.
What went wrong?
Like the Incubus song. I didn't take into account all of the base building you have to do to unlock certain conditions for that final battle. So now it's like, we went 6 hours on the last Wednesday Peace Walker stream.
Yeah.
We went 7 hours on Sunday night's stream.
Oh my God, that's 13 hours. If you had to estimate how many hours away you are from actually beating the game at this point, what would you say?
Okay. Brian says 2 more hours. So he says next Wednesday we got it for sure.
Oh.
I think we are pretty close because now I have researched and looked up what the conditions for unlock are. I think we're close.
Well, that means everybody
tune in.
Next Wednesday is going to be the final night.
Rocco's going to be there.
No more broken promises. Rocco's going to be there.
His little back room laughter thing he does.
Was that helping or hindering?
His little bit he does. Well, I'm pretty good at kind of tuning it out. But it's a thing that you're like, oh, this is funny. This is like, this is funny. And then we're 7 hours into trying to finish this thing. And then I'm like, okay, don't hit him. Like, he's just making it funny. He's just making it funny. Like, don't.
So we're getting to a breaking point. Definitely
Yeah.
tune in to the next episode of the PPS. You might see Garrett strike Rocco. Yes. And not only that, Johnny and I put out a new episode of the Mega64 Podcast this week. We return
Yes.
after 4 weeks to talk about brand new declassified UFO photos and supposedly the discovery of an 800-year-old long-lost tomb. All of that is on the Mega64 Podcast out now. And Kevin,
Yeah.
you do a show
Yeah,
with
Creepy Old Crypt.
Rocco. Yeah, Creepy Old Crypt.
Yeah. A new episode went out I think last month. We're working on new episodes right now.
Nice. What can I ask? What is your favorite episode of Creepy Old Crypt?
Oh,
that
we've done
you've
a bunch now, but
Your personal favorite, the Kevin Creepy Old Crypt, the one that.
maybe the Haunted Mansion episode. That was a lot of fun.
Focusing just on
Yeah.
that
Some
haunted
we just
mansion.
focus on a ride. Some we focus on an entire park.
Yeah.
Sometimes we focus on just food or something like that. We mix it up.
New
Park
releases.
rides, food. Nice. It's like everything you could experience at the ideal theme park trip.
Yeah.
You guys should do a whole episode where you focus on all the bad stuff.
We've
Getting
talked about it.
arrested.
Really?
Getting thrown in Disney jail.
We talked about let's talk about things we hate. And I think, didn't we do that with Johnny? Yeah, we did an episode with Johnny a little bit back. And it was just things we hated about the parks.
Nice. Well, we're producing a lot of content here at the Mega64 Studios, so
Yeah.
be sure to check it all out. Not only that, we are going around the country starting in, I think it's next week. We're going to be in Seattle
That's right.
at PAX West, PAX Prime. Everybody come check us out at PAX from September 2nd to the 5th. Our booth this year is located in the most prime spot.
Such a nice spot.
So nice.
You know, we're like the weed that has grown to take over the whole convention center, basically. They yanked everybody else out, but we're still in there. And somehow we've seized the throne, I like to say, of PAX, because they put us in the number one spot of the whole convention center.
Yeah.
We're on the Sky Bridge.
Love the
Yes.
Sky Bridge.
Which means if you come to PAX, there's no way you can miss us. Everybody has to walk across the Sky Bridge to even get into the exhibit hall. We're like the first booth you see on the way in. It's prime real estate.
Yeah, stop by.
Yeah.
Come on by to our booth on the Sky Bridge. Say hello. I'll be there. Rocco and Sean will be there. Will you guys be there?
Yep. Me and Garrett will be there.
definitely.
Sean will be there. Johnny will be there.
The whole gang.
Yep.
The whole Mega64 crew will be there.
And we've got a killer panel planned for that Saturday. So if you can make it out, you got to come to our panel as well.
That's right. Saturday, September 3rd at 9:30 p.m. I wrote this down. The name of this panel.
Tell the people what the name is.
It's
a
the
hard one to
Mega
remember.
64 panel with all the NFT content removed due to public backlash. I don't know who names these panels. I literally found out about the name of this panel today. But that is what we are going with.
Well, the public is over the NFT thing, you know.
Yeah, they really, and in fact, the NFTs have been around so far. I'm starting to think they're a good thing.
Yeah, I came back around. I like 180'd on it.
Yeah, I've gone all the way around on them. So
I got respect for
I
it.
might reinsert NFTs back into this panel. Come to our panel. It's at the Sphinx Ballroom, PAX West. That is level 3 of the Sheraton, PAX West. Last year when we went to PAX, Rocco and I were invited to be the keynote speakers.
Dude, that
That
was
was
so
cool.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like, like a watershed moment in the career of Mega64. It's nice to be recognized as a keynote speaker, considering all the other keynote speakers that they've had there before us.
None as suavely dressed as you, I might add. I mean,
I tried to wear this to the keynote, but they wouldn't let me.
Gabe
Gabe
Tycho.
and Tycho said you can't wear the same thing we're wearing.
Take a page out of his book, man.
Sorry.
Step it up.
But I'm looking forward to going back to PAX. Last year at PAX was a little off,
It was. So
which is kind of why we were the keynote speakers,
A
to
lot,
be
of,
honest.
a lot of the big booths weren't there and stuff like that, but a lot of them are back for this year, so I'm stoked.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot of people were still kind of feeling weird about the whole pandemic situation. But I don't know what it's going to be like this year. I'm expecting it to be kind of back
Yeah.
full blast, just based on how it was at Comic-Con.
Oh man, and at Anime Expo, like those were both, I feel like, full blast again.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, so it's going to be a party. So come on out to PAX West. Come see us. And you know what? We'll be in Seattle tearing it up.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Even if you can't get in the convention center,
you'll
you might just see us.
You'll
Yeah.
probably find several of the crew out front eating Seattle dogs
At any given
throughout
moment.
any day of the convention. I mean, Kevin, I thought it was a problem how many Seattle dog updates I saw
Can
on
I-
social media last year.
Can I be real?
Yeah.
I've traveled all over the world with you guys. We've
Yeah.
all traveled all over the world. We've
Sure.
got to eat regional food all over the place. Okonomiyaki in Osaka, haggis in Scotland,
Oh, yeah.
the Seattle dog, the Seattle version of the hot dog. That is the only thing I've like brought home with me from my travels. And when I make a hot dog at home,
It's that?
It's a Seattle style hot
Yeah,
dog.
I made them at home, and they're so good.
Cream
That is,
cheese?
I no longer do
Wow.
mustard, relish. No,
Yeah.
no. It is grilled onions and cream cheese on a hot
Yo.
dog
Yep.
with a toasted bun. That just like took over my heart. That to me is the definitive hot dog.
A true glizzy.
Yeah,
The only true glizzy. I love too, by the way, that every not every city, but you know, a lot of major cities have their own version of the hot dog.
Yeah. We have the hot durger here at Mega64.
We're the only internet company that has our own version of the hot dog, which is a regular hot dog with a silly name.
Yeah, it is.
But I think the Seattle dog is the best version.
Yeah,
I think
do
you're
too.
right.
That's what I say.
So, yeah.
I salute the Seattleites out there who
Yeah.
invented the Seattle dog. God bless you guys. Who is the person who
it's
invented
Chris
that?
Cornell. I think that's what Spoon Man was about.
Oh, the lead singer of Soundgarden.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is he still alive?
He didn't make it.
he didn't make it.
I can't remember.
Sis.
I can't keep,
He didn't make
I can't
it.
keep track of these rockers, man. So many of these Seattle rockers are not with us anymore. And,
But Lane Staley, oh, wait. No.
Gosh darn it. Well, if you are still kicking,
Scott Weiland
come on
is-
down to
Ah.
PAX and say hello and enjoy a Seattle Glizzy with us.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to just exploring Seattle while we're there.
Yeah.
Totally. I
love
want to check
Seattle.
out Al's Records and Games.
Oh, cool.
What is that?
That's, our friend West.
Of course, the photographer who joined us at 64X provided our
right.
photography on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he introduced me to his friend Goose, and we're DJing that Friday night at PAX.
cool.
And she runs this like awesome used game record store, like that has everything.
Should
like,
we promote it on this show,
Well,
or is that
I've-
gonna blow out the tickets? Are we even gonna be able
No,
to
it's
get
a
in? if
free
we promote it?
show.
It's a free show.
Yeah.
And we're promoting it to our audience of over 35,000 weekly viewers.
I mean, if you're in the Seattle area Friday night, come on down to the Jupiter Room.
I might be there. Well, not if 35,000 viewers.
Yeah, if all of
I
the
might not
viewers,
be a little
there
crowded.
now.
how many PAX attendees or our viewers is there? What's the Venn diagram of that?
Well, let me
Johnny?
just say, if some of our pre-show viewers show up, I might be there.
Oh
after
yeah,
all.
those guys.
and
are
they
cool.
know what I'm talking about. Woo! The Jupiter Room. Come on out to PAX. It's gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
but I want to tune around Seattle a little bit more than I did in previous years because we've seen Pike Street, Market and the first Starbucks and
Yeah.
That's
the
all
EMP
touristy
music, Space Needle.
Yeah, and honestly, last time I went down to Pike Street in the first Starbucks, I had to like climb over
Oh, yeah.
an army of people who had fallen on hard times, and it just
Yeah.
was not a fun place to be.
Yeah.
I will say.
Dude.
Kevin
They've
and I
been
went to
dancing
the
with
coolest
Mr. Brownstone.
McDonald's.
What's up?
Oh, Johnny and I wanted to go to a McDonald's and just for lunch, and the McDonald's we found was originally a McDonald's, but they had just barricaded the door shut, cut a hole in it, and you ordered your food through the hole in the door.
For COVID?
No, it was
No, it's just standard.
it was
McDonald's.
a bad it was a bad area.
It was just standard McDonald's
Like,
bullshit.
it was a bad area.
You see, that's why we on this show have a firm anti-McDonald's stance.
That's
Let
right.
let me see it in the chat. If you hate McDonald's, fucking let them have it. That's right. We're an anti-Mickey D's show. We're pro Carl's Jr.,
Press
pro
an
Burger
F.
King. Yeah, I go to In-N-Out. Deal with it.
That's right.
Sorry. Don't get me started on McDonald's.
Johnny, you guys shouldn't have brought up going to McDonald's. I can't believe
Sorry.
But their
McDonald's
fries are
with their-
good. Their fries
with
are so
their
good.
Hole in the wall bullshit. Yeah. Where do we go from here? Actually, so let me ask. I kind of asked everybody, but Kevin, since you're here and we are interviewing you and getting all the hot answers everybody wants to know.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to do in Seattle?
I love going down to the wharf and where the I forgot the ride Wings Over Washington is. That's fun, and the Ferris wheel. And then I think right next to that it's the aquarium that was featured in The Last of Us 2. So go check that out.
That's right.
Oh,
You guys showed me that area for the first time in 2019.
Yeah.
And I'd never seen any of that stuff.
Yeah, that whole area is designed in Last of Us 2, and so you can go over and check out where Wings Over Washington is. It's a fun ride. You should, anybody's
That was
anybody
I've
down there,
never
check it
ridden
out.
Wings Over Washington.
We'll do it this time. It's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I've never been to that aquarium. Is it like 1-to-1 how it is in the game?
No.
Oh,
It's
okay. They
different. It's
fudged it.
different. Yeah.
They probably couldn't get the rights.
No.
probably not.
Last time we were in Seattle, Johnny and I did an episode of Mega Strange about the ghosts that haunt the wharf down there. We kind of encountered a monster. Do you remember that guy?
Yeah, we saw a real ghoul.
There's
yeah,
some
the
ghouls.
screaming ghoul who was like shouting and stuff. He was like Frankenstein. I got bird shit all over me on camera. And we talked about like one of the most famous UFO sightings in American history. So yeah, Seattle's fun. There's a lot going on there.
I like
Oh,
Seattle a lot.
definitely.
Cool. Well, so let me talk about some video game news. This is the #1 video game podcast on the internet. Everybody who is watching is a gamer,
That's right.
self-identified gamer, which is pretty nerdy if you ask me. And I just want to say, sometimes you guys look a little silly. But in the world of video games, I'm looking forward to one game in particular, and that is AEW Fight Forever.
So yeah, you
Is
mentioned
this the
at
first
the top.
AEW game?
This is the first AEW wrestling
Okay,
game.
cool.
And a
They've been-
lot of hype has been around it,
Yeah.
right?
They've been developing it for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of been going through some ups and downs, I guess you could say, some delays and switches in developers. But the story came out today that a pair of wrestlers are not going to be in the game.
Ah.
Really?
And it is the World Tag Team Champions, FTR.
What?
Yeah.
FTR?
They're not the champs.
6-star FTR doesn't want to be in it?
What are you saying up there, Johnny?
They're not the tag team champs.
Oh, you're right. They're not the AEW Tag Team Champions.
Like every
but
other
they have
belt.
like every other tag team champion belt in the world, other than the AEW Tag Team Championship.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, this is like shocking to me because FTR over the past year has become extremely popular. Like
Oh, man.
their star has been like skyrocketing.
Yeah. Guys I didn't care about before, I like am so excited when they come on TV now.
Yeah, this is news that just came out today, so there's not a lot of information about it. But Johnny, what do you make about this? You're a huge wrestling fan.
I think the
Obviously.
chat's nailing it. 100% there'll be DLC.
DLC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
DLC.
Every game does
Tony
that now.
Khan just
Huh.
needs to pay up and, what's it got to be for Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler to just, name a figure. Tony would get his dad's checkbook out.
Johnny has already dedicated himself to buying 2 copies of this game.
What?
He's already said to me that he has resigned to buy 2 copies.
Kenny Omega is a developer, he told me. So,
1 copy on PS5
Okay.
Wow.
and 1 copy on Steam
Oh, for the
for my
Steam Deck.
Steam Deck.
okay.
Okay.
all right.
Yes.
So we have not yet seen footage of the game.
Actually, they did just release footage of gameplay this week.
So that's what I'm most interested in because I've never played a wrestling game, like any WWF game ever. I don't know how they work. I've watched like Eric and you play them, and it's like, I don't know what you're doing because I don't know what you do to pin or like anything. So I'm excited because this was going to be my first one.
It's going to work similar to Smash Brothers.
Up and A.
Where
is there,
you
all
will
right.
have a button to punch, a button to grapple. I'm trying
you
to
gotta
I'm trying
remember
to think
the
of like
super
a
moves.
third attack you might have, but basically then that button plus a direction will change the move you do.
So Lariat versus
Yeah, so your
Yeah.
move set will be like you press a button to grapple and hook up with the guy, and then if you press up plus B, it's 1 slam, down plus B, left
Different.
plus B, right
Yeah.
plus B, or no direction, and then it'll be that for like 3 buttons.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And then once their stamina's all the way down, like in Smash Brothers, you can knock them off the stage, but you would use your finisher.
Yeah, so I think I'm not quite sure how this would work, but in other games that are similar, you have kind of like a charisma meter, or you have a health bar that goes down when you get hit, but you have like another energy meter that goes up while you're kicking ass, while you're getting the audience to
Your
cheer
heat
for you.
or
Yeah,
something, yeah.
basically your heat meter. And when that gets
In Yakuza.
filled up, then you are capable of doing your
Okay.
finisher. That's how it works in a lot of other wrestling games.
So
and
I
I'm
think I get
assuming that's
that.
how it's going to be in AEW Fight Forever.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of like a standard game mechanic. They've even admitted, like, we're not reinventing the wheel.
Which is
we're
good.
taking this
Probably.
from our favorite wrestling games,
yeah.
and we're just applying our modern day wrestlers to it.
Okay.
I know there's so many huge gamers in the AEW, company. So I would really think like they're getting the best input, and hopefully like this product is going to be awesome. But I'm worried, it's like their first one,
Yeah.
their first baby.
According to the report that I have here in my hands, it says that FTR was told of the decision that they would not be in the game and are not too happy about it.
Really?
So you tell me if they're DLC. It goes on to say, being involved in a video game usually comes with a significant bonus. I want to switch gears to another video game.
Yeah.
Keep it on topic, yeah.
Because I heard this one is funny. The new Madden game is so bad that NFL pros that are in the game are talking shit on it.
Really?
like in
What?
press conferences.
What makes it so bad?
I don't.
It like
None of us play
I mean,
Madden.
Is it just glitchy?
it's Madden, so you know what makes it so bad. It's fucking
they
bullshit.
made so many of them. You think they'd figure it out by now?
It's amazing how this game was at one time. I don't know if people remember. It was like the #1 game in the world. It
Oh,
was like
yeah.
the most. It was
They
like
do midnight
Madden.
launches, the huge things for these Madden games.
Dude, it was like Madden and Call of Duty were like back and forth for Game of
Yep.
the Year all the time. And just Madden has fallen so far. People just shit on this game now. It's crazy. So New York Giants receiver Darius Slayton tweeted, first game out on Madden 23 hung 50 on a kid. Don't get it twisted though. Game is still hot garbage.
Oh,
Shaking
shit.
my head.
Gamers are relentless, man.
That's a receiver for the NFL.
Yeah, but when you're a gamer at heart, like
Yeah.
you really cannot like suck it up and lie about the product. You got to be honest.
Yeah, for real.
You got to be honest. Yo, this is hot garbage, he said in a presser. Like he knows he's on fucking cameras.
Dude, I just like imagine being in a video game and you can't even recommend the game to people. You're like, I'm
Yeah.
in this game, but this is
Don't
fucking
play it.
trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bullshit game here.
Could you imagine if that happened with Scribblenauts? We wouldn't be able to tell our family and friends about it.
Yeah. I guess if it was Madden though, it's like one of those come out every year. So is it really special like being in Madden?
I wonder if it's like they changed so much stuff that the people who loved that franchise no longer connect with. But, gaming's evolved into like loot boxes and like probably other game modes that they're not kind of, interested in playing. Like the game might have outgrew its original intended audience.
Did you ever play football games?
I
No,
never did.
hockey games.
Oh, you played hockey games? I
Yeah.
played like every sports game when I was a kid. I played Madden. I played NFL
Really?
2K on the Dreamcast.
Like Blitz, the arcadey ones,
Hell
stuff like
yeah.
that.
Going back 20 years. And I played Blitz too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would play like the serious ones as well.
Yeah.
It was interesting because I just think back to how when I was younger, I would play like every genre of video game.
I thought that you had to be a well-rounded gamer. So yeah, I would do that too. Like, oh, I haven't bought a platformer this year. Oh, what racing? I haven't played racing game in a while.
Yeah.
Let me buy a Ridge Racer. No, should I go Gran Turismo? Like I was that. Yeah, I want one of everything. But I don't do that anymore.
yeah, why not?
I don't have the time.
Because I realized like I don't like sports games and
Yeah.
I don't like racing games.
Oh, well, I guess that's fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I stick
can't argue
to
with that.
what
As
I
you get
like.
older, you kind of figure out what you like and what you don't like, and
Sure.
you're like, I don't need any more racing games. I'll stick with like the one I like or something like that.
It's fun to dip in with like genres that I'm not real big on, but I kind of enjoy. Like every once in a while, like I don't play a lot of platformers, but I'll go deep on a platformer.
Yeah.
And I'll go, that was fun. All right,
Yeah.
in 10 years, I'll try another Mario game.
What was the last platformer you went deep on?
Dude, that Sony PlayStation 5 demo.
Oh, the Astrobot game, the
Astro-
Playroom or whatever.
Yeah, Astro's
Not Playroom.
What What was it called? It was free for
Astro
PS5.
Labs.
Yeah, it
Astro
came with the
Labs,
PS5
something
to
like that.
tech demo it, and it was so much fun.
You collected like all this, which for a PlayStation fanboy, it was
Yeah.
like this nostalgia trip of seeing all the hardware.
It's
3D
all like,
rendered.
you collect all the bits of everything they basically released and make a little museum out of it.
Yeah, and then go around that museum and be like, oh, my memory card from the PS2.
Yeah.
Oh, the fucking PS1 multi-tap. I have that in my cupboard. Like that one I really liked. And it's weird because that's like a free demo.
it's included.
But I loved it. Before that, I don't know. Because I didn't even finish that new Mario. Galaxies or what?
Odyssey.
Odyssey, yeah.
Yeah,
That game was good.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
I beat that game, but it was a fun.
I fall
liked it.
off with long platformers. So that short one like Astro Room
Yeah.
or whatever was good.
Yeah. What is it about getting old where you just fall off with everything? Not you.
No,
just
it's
everybody.
It's people in general. I think you have I don't know. Shorter attention span?
Maybe, I guess.
Or you know what it is?
Huh.
Life experience. You've done it before, dude.
Yeah.
Not much has changed in the way they make games in the last 10 years, and you've done it all.
Yeah, it's like you can see the writing on the wall.
Yeah, you know what's coming next.
And as a kid, I didn't get games all the time, so I'd be like, well, I need to play the hell out of this game to get my money's worth out of it.
Yeah, it's the only game I'm getting for the next 6 months.
And now it's just like, this game kind of sucks. I don't have time to play this shitty game. I'm just gonna shelve it.
Yeah, why am I torturing myself? Put something else on. Yeah, that happens now. I'm playing, yesterday they did a free weekend for Splatoon 3.
Oh, really?
It's like basically a demo of the game that was
Yeah.
available just for Saturday for a Splatfest.
And they use that to like test their servers. And
Sure,
stuff
yeah.
to prep it for when the game
oh, and
does
we
come out.
tested them.
Was it fun?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It did go down. Like you could tell, like they had heavy traffic.
Okay.
But it was a nice little sneak peek at how the game works. Surprise, just like Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 1. Game mechanics really haven't changed.
Yeah.
But that's good. I mean, the game plays like, it's like Madden every year.
Yeah,
you get
it's just
another one.
more levels and different weapons to
Yeah.
upgrade and things like that.
Nicer quality of life changes, like the way you load into lobbies. Nintendo's online stuff is still nowhere near like
No.
where Microsoft and Sony have been, but that was fun. And then it lasted for like 8 hours, and then it went down. And it's like, okay, game's out next week. But it was a lot of fun. I'm definitely getting that game.
Sick. Are you good at Splatoon?
Yes, because you don't have to be like a first-person shooter.
yeah, it's not aiming really.
accurate.
It's just-
I'm covering turf
Yep.
with my paint.
Nice.
So I avoid people and I just go cover up paint and like.
you were
Yeah.
fucking it up then.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
You were winning?
Oh, I go with the dualies. Yeah, Trish and I were playing on her stream and
Dual
and
wielding?
dual wielding. You get this cool barrel roll.
You're kicking ass.
I was trying. I'm not that good. She's really good. My girlfriend is fucking prime.
So Trish was kicking ass.
Yeah,
she was
she's-
out there fucking it up.
Splat queen. I fuck around. I play fashion Splatoon. I'm all about collecting the outfits.
Oh, nice.
Put a leather jacket on my Inkling.
So she's the fighter and you're like the arm candy.
I'm the lover. Yeah, I'm the trophy husband.
What would you say is the average age of the Splatoon fan
Oh,
base?
dude, they're so young because they're writing crazy shit. Yeah, have you ever seen the billboards they have in the
No.
lobbies?
no.
No.
So in
I've seen
Splatoon,
some of them.
What
in
is
all the Splatoon games, when you load into the lobby, you remember the first one was on Wii U.
Yeah.
Right.
So you have this draw tablet essentially.
Oh, yeah.
So like you would go into your character and you'd customize stuff, and then you would get this like billboard tablet like prompt. So like, draw stuff, draw whatever. I just see like tons of furry stuff, like so much furry stuff in the Splatoon lobbies. But then like hella other like political messages and like
What's like a Splatoon political message?
like people write daddy a lot.
Well, that's not political.
People write
Or is it? I don't know.
yeah, people. It's just odd, but you can tell it's like a 13-year-old who thinks they're being edgy by writing like "daddy!" exclamation point next to like a furry porn artwork. And
Yeah.
and then if that gets upvoted enough, those
That's what I'm voting for.
billboards show up in the level on the fucking game you're playing later on. So like you could see that above people, like, oh, look at the art they drew. Oh, that's cool Spider-Man. Oh yeah, trans rights. Fuck yeah, dude. And then like, oh fuck Biden. All right, that the guy doesn't like that. Whatever. But then like you'll be playing in the level and there's like a furry eating like a penis-shaped popsicle like on the billboard in the game level, and it's like this is a Nintendo game. Like, that's fucking crazy. But that got enough upvotes.
Yeah.
Wow. Nintendo, you need to do better. Come on.
I don't know. I think it's funny.
So all these 13-year-olds are in there drawing furries, eating penis popsicles, and then Terminator Trish shows up, dual wielding. It
Just
fucking inks them.
Splatting them flat.
That's rad. So it was 8 hours of carnage teaching those little kids who's boss.
Yeah. Well, they were teaching us.
Oh.
And if you play real late at night, the Japanese get on their servers and they will fuck you up.
Really?
Oh my God. Start seeing kanji on all the names, watch out.
Don't know what that means, but it's a threat. Must
Watch
be.
out.
The psychological element is
I think
too
that's what
much.
it is. It's psychological. It's like I don't understand that. I'm confused. I'm xenophobia. I'm scared now. My defenses are down.
They're being xenophobic towards me.
Yeah, I don't know how it works.
versa. We
Nintendo's probably behind it all.
too much edginess. Well, that's cool. So Splatoon 3 is coming out next week. Is that what you said?
I think it's
Pretty
like-
soon.
I think it's either this week or next week. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
real soon. Real soon.
What have you been dabbling with, Kevin?
I've been playing just a little bit. Like, I'm actually going through Chrono Trigger again. I just been
Oh.
just.
Nice.
I
You
hadn't
getting
played
every
it. I hadn't played
ending?
it. No, I only do the whatever ending I get. I can't just replay over and over to get new endings. But yeah, I haven't played that in a long time, so I've been playing through that right now.
Cool. Did you pick up an old game save or you start a new?
Start a new one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've
And-
started that game so many times and never finished it.
Really, really.
Yeah.
Would you say it's one of those games that if you didn't play it in the 90s, don't bother? Or could you enjoy it fresh right now?
I didn't play it, and then the first time I played it, it was probably 2004 or 5 when I first
Okay.
played it.
So 10
and,
years
and I
or so
really liked it.
Later. Yeah.
And I still think it holds up. I think, and this is coming from somebody who didn't like turn-based RPGs and stuff. I never got into Final Fantasy games or any of that, but this game I got into. It was very, very fun. I liked it a lot.
Okay, cool. Well, I never liked Final Fantasy either, but maybe I'll check out.
Yeah, it's on Steam.
Oh,
So
interesting. Nice. I'm still playing Wrestling Empire, which I'm loving. I
That's
talked
cool.
about it last week. The mechanics are awesome, but this game is so fucking broken. It does piss me the fuck off. I will be kicking ass on a hot streak, making my way up through the ranks of the roster, going for that championship, and then I'll get something like a table match where the rules are like first person to go through the table loses.
Sure.
And I will beat the shit out of my opponent, and I'll get him within a fucking hair's breadth of his life.
Oh, yeah.
Right? He's practically dead, and I'm trying to throw his lifeless fucking stinky carcass through this fucking table. And then, I like double tap or something, and I like dash left, hit a table and break it, and I lose the match.
Oh, that's bullshit.
It's bullshit. And then the game will be like, you lost the match. You embarrassed the promotion. You broke your streak. You've lost your chance for the championship. Your manager's mad at you. You fucked up. I can't believe you lost this fucking match. It's like,
it's a lot of stress.
I won the match. I was beating the shit out of that asshole. That
It
dude,
shouldn't
that
count.
dude was begging for fucking mercy. I stubbed my toe on this fucking table and lose the championship?
You guys need stronger tables, Wrestling Empire.
And it'll be like a 6-man tag, and the camera is so convoluted with bodies in front of it that I can't even see my ass. I love the game, but it's a little bit broken.
Okay.
But I feel like that's kind of by design. It is kind of made to look like a crappy Nintendo 64 game. So
Okay.
it comes with the territory. I'm loving it, but I'm getting upset, and I don't know. I've had the game for just a week now, and I think I've logged like 20 hours on it.
Damn.
Really?
I've been
That's
going
cool.
apeshit on this game. I've been playing the hell out of it. So I highly recommend it. And when Fight Forever eventually comes out, I'm sure I'll switch over to that.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying it.
Dude, do you think that'll have any online capability?
I hope so. I mean, I think that's something they're aiming for, but I
Probably
don't know. That adds a whole
character
nother
creator.
level of
Yeah, that's true too. Maybe don't
development.
shoot for the moon on your first release.
Yeah, a lot of these wrestling games are intended to be couch co-op anyways, but this is it's a modern era, and a modern fighting game should have online
Yeah.
capability, but they are
Net
saying
match.
this is a throwback to Nintendo 64 and GameCube,
Yeah.
so maybe they don't care.
I will
don't
say
know.
all the wrestling games I've ever played were on the Nintendo 64, and I feel like those were my favorite ones. Like
That's what everybody
the
says.
The old Nintendo 64,
The
4
SmackDown
controllers,
ones.
everybody's in front of the same TV, throwing people out of the ring, and then you're eliminated, all that kind of stuff. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
It is.
Dude, upcoming friend dimensions, I can smell it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can smell what Kenny Omega's cooking. Is he a developer, Johnny? Is he just a consultant?
With the Gamescom stuff that just got released, apparently they said he was very hands-on. I didn't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he fucking coding and like lifting weights at the same? Like
I
what
think
is he-
so. I think he's running on the beach
Coding
with
roads.
weights and coding.
Coding roads. Did you say?
Pumping iron and
Kevin
slapping the
always
keys.
has the quiet ones.
Coding roads. Hey, if you like this show and you want to support this show, the number one thing you can do is go to shop.mega64. And while you're there, check out the 64-hour special. This week is the return of a fan favorite shirt. It was only available for 3 days. People were upset that they missed their window, so we're bringing it back. It is the Scrunt
Oh yeah.
Hell
shirts. The long lost Nintendo classic Scrunt. People have been begging for this game to be released to the online arcade.
That's
and
right.
until it is released, we're going to show our support. This is activism, ladies and gentlemen. Wear the Scrunt shirt. Let Nintendo know that we want Scrunt to be released. Go to shop.mega64.com. Pick that up. And while you're there, pick up version 4.1, Revenge Erection. It's the movie we worked on for 5 years.
That's right.
And we released it 4 months ago. And there's a physical copy on Blu-ray available right now.
discs.
2 discs.
The whole
special
second
features.
disc.
Check it out. It's we spent half a decade working on this movie. So by golly, you better own this thing.
And there's a lot of people love our behind the scenes videos that we put up for Dragon Ball and everything. There's a new one on this that's great, but it's on the Blu-ray.
Behind
It's
the scenes
awesome.
for the movie,
Yeah.
along with all that bonus content.
Yep.
But so many sketches, actual out in public sketches, are on that second disc.
Yep.
That are just archived there, from that time
There's a
period
ton of
where
stuff
we
on
were
it.
working on those.
Yeah, it's a great deal. It's a great package, and it's something we worked on for a long time, and we poured our heart and soul into, and we really don't talk about it on this show. We don't promote it
we
very
should
much.
more.
Yeah, but I'm promoting it right now. So go to shop.mega64.com and pick up version 4.1 Revenge Erection, our latest feature-length film.
Can I impersonate one of the viewers at home?
Yeah, go ahead.
But Derek, I haven't watched version 1, 2 of Wii. Where could I see those?
You can't. Sorry.
No,
Start at version
on
4.
Patreon.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Go to patreon.com/mega64 and you can catch up on versions 1, 2, and 3. That is the original
For the lowest tier, you get
Yeah.
in on the 3 seasons of
3
Mega
seasons
64.
of our public access TV show, which led up to this feature film.
That's right.
Version 4.1. But you can also jump into version 4.1 fresh if you haven't seen the other 3. It goes both ways. So that's how we did it intentionally.
And I know you guys don't sound like that. That was just one of you, and you know who.
Shrew-boo.
Oh, he singled him out.
Freaking Shrew-boo. All right. Well, we've been hyping it up for a good, almost an hour.
Yeah.
Garrett was in combat today. Let's hear about what you were doing on this hot Sunday afternoon.
It was a hot Sunday. It started on a hot Saturday night as I laid out my arsenal, as I lubricated and loaded my magazines. Oh, I'm not talking about real steel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about airsoft weaponry.
Okay.
California's safest firearm sport.
You're like an airsoft aficionado. A little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
I remember taking you out to Mr. Paintball. We played.
Yeah, that was a fun time. That was a
Sean
great
came
memory.
out. Big. Those battles were crazy. Those were would you say 50 to 60 people out in the desert?
Really?
Yeah.
all day?
That's big. That's
3
fun.
teams.
Yeah.
3 teams of 20 each.
Huge objectives.
Yeah. 5 square miles. It felt like maybe 2.5.
Yeah. Bring your water. Bring hella reload stuff. You're going to get pinned down. You're going to be in a firefight for maybe 45 minutes. It was a different type of airsoft from what I did today. And what I've been doing recently with this group that I've been hanging out with is going to these indoor CQB, close quarter battle spots.
Okay.
So there's this one, shouts out to Matt who organized it, and Alicia, who I've met through the Mega64 community. They organized this private game at 7:30 a.m. in Ontario, California. So I woke up.
That's early.
4
I woke up
a.m.?
at 4. I got up at 4:45 and just grabbed my shit and poured my coffee and left. So I got up there, you know, right in time to like load up my gear, get my stuff on. 7:30 a.m. Like we're playing airsoft at this cool indoor. It's called Battle Lab, and it was like the best one I've ever been to.
Cool.
Of these indoor places over the years.
What makes it the best?
It was the cleanest. They didn't have like an inch of old BBs on the ground for you to slip on in every corner. Like it was well maintained. Crazy close quarter maze inside a giant warehouse.
Oh, cool.
To where we could easily split off and like I got so lost. Parts of it were so dark. So using your lasers and your lights was super effective and fun. I just really liked the cost was great. Everything was great about this place. Cool. And we'll be going back too, but it was my first time there. And we're playing maybe a group of 15 people at most, you know. So we're going. Oh no, there was 10 of us. So it was like 5-on-5 warming up. We did some like capture the flag. Then there was some, you know, 3-team battle with like one objective, like grab this briefcase. If you can get this back to your base, like first team to do it wins.
Cool.
And it's cool. There's a ref. He's got a little booth somewhere where he can see on cameras, and he can like play music over the loudspeakers and like call the game, hit the alarm, like game over, you know, whatever. So it's very high tech, you know.
Okay,
Cool.
yeah.
And
Futuristic.
and we're having a gay old time. We're playing it up. I want to say like 40 minutes before, or maybe 20 minutes or something before we were supposed to be like over, and we could stay and keep playing, you know, in the regular public pickup that started at 10 a.m. Right before that happened, though, we're in a game, and all of a sudden, like, the alarm is different. It's fucking louder than the ending game alarm.
Okay.
We were playing like crazy 4-team like zombie, where like if one team kills other people, they can go turn their color to their team and they join that team. It's called zombie. It's like
so you like infect them.
it's a game type. So then, so eventually, like, you know, there was red, blue, green, and purple. Well, blue started taking over bodies, and then blue just fucking absorbed until we were all hunting down like one guy on team red left. So we're like all talking and communicating, like, okay, it's fucking one guy. He's left. He's in the corner. I swear to God, he was
Sounds
there.
like so much fun.
I was on his team before. Yeah, it's a blast.
Yeah.
It's and you're all geared out, so like airsoft doesn't particularly hurt unless you get hit on open skin.
Yeah.
Oh, someone dude like got lit up and like their neck was bleeding.
That sucks.
If you have open skin, you could bleed if you get, you know, real close. But we're looking for this one guy, and then the end game alarm goes off, but it's way louder. It sounds like the fire alarm when we did 64X, and I was playing that sound effect.
Okay.
And then I'm like, yo, and the fucking lights are different now. Like they're strobing and shit. And like, whoa, is that fucking smoke over there? Like, what the fuck? It kind of smells weird. This is a real, oh yeah, they're on the loudspeaker, like, evacuate. We've got to get out of the building. Somehow, which it's not that miraculous. We're in a indoor CQB gun range.
Yeah.
A BB ricocheted off to, which I didn't even think of, a fire sprinkler being in the ceiling
Yeah.
40 feet above us in this warehouse. I would think you would have to have already like covered them. So like, the heat could burst the mercury glass, but a foreign object, especially in an airsoft field, wouldn't
bust it.
But apparently that's what happened. So like we all, like, all our gear is still in the building. They're like,
did the sprinklers go off?
Sprinklers go off. I'm coming around a corner, like looking for our last dude, and I'm like, what is that fucking smell? And that's when I'm like, okay, the fire alarm and the light, and now I smell something, like maybe it is a fire. We should all leave. But it wasn't fire or smoke. It was the sprinklers coming down on this one particular area that had put mist into the air. And since it was dark, that mist...
you smelled old water.
That mist looked like smoke, and that old oily water.
Yeah, that water sits there for years.
Oh, it's so
and
gross.
anytime you see videos of those going off, they are like dark water.
Yes.
Because they're just gross. It's just been sitting in the pipe
So-
for years and years and years.
So like that's what I smelled, and that's what I saw that looked like fire and smoke, or
Yeah.
smoke, and it got like 3 of the dudes like pretty soaked, and I told them, I was like, yeah, wash that shit off. That is nasty water.
Yeah,
And they're like, no, I know, it
it's-
fucking stinks.
It's gross.
I felt bad. I felt really bad, and I felt bad for like all the employees,
Because they
who
probably
then
had to, like they had to
it's-
cancel the stuff that
they-
was later on.
the fucking fire department came. And we saw the water kind of rushing down, and then it's like we looked at the ground and realized, oh, it's actually like flooding now. Like it's coming at
Yeah.
us. That's not smoke. This is water. Like, okay, it all happened so fast. But
Yeah.
within like 60 seconds, like our guns are back in the prep room and we're outside the building, just all in full gear, 90-degree fucking heat. No water. All our waters and shit are inside.
Is the
Fire
thing,
department rolls
is
up.
the thing normally AC? Like
Yeah, it was-
that's got to be so nice.
It was
doing
nice in
airsoft
there.
and
They had it
AC.
all AC'd up,
Yeah.
and it maintained it like even in the whole big warehouse and the staging area. I can't recommend it enough. I'm going back if they'll have us, because like then I start hearing employees, because it was this whole battle lab, and then the front end of the building is an e-bike store, which in California that's like the biggest airsoft store now.
Okay, yeah.
And they got a few different locations. This was the Ontario one. And man, employees started coming out and going like, yo, what the fuck happened? No, yo, I heard they shot a sprinkler. Like, you can't do that shit on accident. You have, I heard a guy saying like, a ricochet doesn't do that. You can't, this place has been here 10 years. No one's ricocheted.
Yeah,
someone
right.
shot at it. We're going to look at the footage. We're going to review the cameras. And I'm like, I'm hearing him say that. And I'm like, yo, it was our team that was in there.
Yeah.
I don't think these guys know that. We're in earshot of that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, we didn't shoot the sprinklers on
No.
purpose. Like, it was a total crazy fluke that a ricochet happened. But in my mind, I'm like, you never covered those in all
some
the
protection.
months of operation. But
Mesh or something.
I think they might now after this, because I
You
bet
couldn't even hit those if you wanted to.
I-
If
well,
you were
I couldn't
aiming
see-
at that shit.
yeah.
You would miss.
it was so fucking dark in there, and I can't see anything above the 10 feet of like walls, like the extra 20 feet of darkness into the warehouse. Like, for sure, I didn't know where a sprinkler is to hit it.
Yeah.
Unless maybe I worked there or went there every day. But
Yeah.
yo, it cut our fucking game off like 40 minutes early or whatever. Everyone was outside. They canceled because I guess the fire department has to do some kind of crazy cleanup where
Oh,
they were
sure.
like,
Oh, that building is fucked.
I was curious why the employees weren't cleaning it up. They were just all outside because they had to evacuate the
They
building.
have to call somebody out to replace the sprinkler.
Yeah.
Refill the water.
I think maybe because the water's like hazardous, so the firemen had buckets and squeegees and shit. And I was like, the fire department's cleaning this up? They probably, I don't know if they get a fine too, or if they get charged for that.
I
But
don't
like,
know.
yo, what a shitty inconvenience. We had a good hour of gaming, which was awesome. And I'll definitely like drive up. I don't mind the 2 hours, especially at 5 a.m.
that seems
dude.
really cool. Well, it sounds like a lot of fun.
That water's got to destroy everything in that room too.
I mean, it's just wood and concrete.
Yeah.
But the wood is going to get soaked in sprinkler shitty water.
It's painted. I mean, it would be okay. They got it turned off within 5 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You know, I could see water coming out the side of the building because they did a relief
Oh yeah,
valve.
just let it all flow out
so,
there.
so it stops the water going into
Yeah.
the building since they knew it was a false alarm.
That's
but I
crazy.
mean, it sucks for the business. You know, like Battle Lab had to shut down for all of today.
Yeah.
And then the employees think we did it. I'm like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Every time there's a fire alarm pulled, somehow our group gets accused.
Anime Expo.
What is that? Do we look
The
suspicious?
Battle Lab.
We might. We must.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like it was a cool place, but a shitty,
First time, yeah.
Yeah.
just turn of events.
Well, it kind of made it like so fun and interesting because like, yeah, we lost our last 20 minutes, but what a crazy like final game.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was really, that game was ending and we were going to probably go like play like one more.
Yeah.
And then it certainly made for an exciting, rest of the afternoon. Although we were stuck outside with fucking no water and I couldn't get my gear and go home for an hour.
Oh, so you said it's chill there?
Yeah, they wouldn't let us back in the building, But all in all, super fun day. And I think you guys should come up.
I would love to.
They rent gear at this
I
indoor
wear
place.
this?
You can, dude. Team Gold. Meow.
Cool. They rent gear and stuff, so you don't have to bring anything. You just,
Yeah, even if you don't have stuff, but I got stuff like.
Could we do a friend dimension there? Are we allowed to film in there?
Oh, I for sure think we could do a friend.
All
dimension
right.
there. And hey, there's one
everybody
closer.
versus Rocco.
There's one in Oceanside. We don't have to go to Ontario, California.
Ooh, it's close. Team Creepy Old Crip versus the rest of Mega64.
we will die.
Full auto.
we will die.
Nah, you'll do great.
5 foot minimum engagement
Kevin and
distance.
Rocco are killers. Look at his face.
We're used to the
That's
fucking
the face of a
small
killer.
world. And
No
shit.
bang bang rule.
Send us to war. Come
No
on.
parlay.
Yeah. You guys have seen, you've been around the world, the small world. You've seen some
425
shit.
feet per second chrono.
That's
I
cool.
just like that would that would be a lot of fun to get everyone out.
Yeah,
We'll
I
do
would
that for
I would
sure.
love to. It's been years since I've gone out.
And Sean, you and Sean have some experience.
I've never even been paintballing. Like I've
Really?
never done any of that. Yeah.
Paintballing's fun too. It's just messy.
I was surprised by how well I thought I'd be like not cut out for it.
Yeah.
Because there was like a lot of hiking and I thought I'd get like overheated or just tap out, but it was so much fun.
It's
I
probably
was
the
like,
adrenaline of it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I gotta stay safe.
And I like
yeah, you feel
CQB.
badass.
Yeah.
I think I like CQB a lot more now because it's shorter games, fast paced,
Okay.
and it's not outside getting dirty. It's like, okay, cool cover barrels and doorways. It's more breaching and playing like Rainbow Six.
We'll have to
Okay.
do like we did board game Olympics for a cash prize. We
Yeah.
should do like an airsoft tournament. For a cash prize, like 1-on-1 duel to the death tournament. 2 people go in one at a time.
Oh,
One
that would
person
be
comes
lead.
out.
so sick.
Shootout tournament at the
Shootout tournament.
airsoft course.
Call your hits.
If you want to see it, put it in the chat, baby.
a bracket?
yes, that's a bracket.
That would be so sick. Elimination.
A tournament, yes. 1-on-1.
One-on-one single elimination.
or 2-on-2.
Pistols only. It would be so perfect. And no one's going to get hurt. This is great, Derek.
Yeah, we could do a couple of these. This sounds really fun.
It does.
That'd be
I
awesome.
promise I won't shoot the fucking sprinkler. Not even a ricochet this time.
Nice.
No, crazy though.
Yeah.
That was my
that sounds
morning.
crazy.
That was it truly was like drive 2 hours up, drive 2 hours back.
Yeah.
But I'd say I got like an hour 40 in
Okay.
Okay.
of trigger time.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
It's fun.
That's cool. So this week I was invited to the Museum of Photographic Arts here in San Diego because they were screening the local San Diego Film Awards.
Yeah.
Which I had the honor of hosting. And not only hosting, co-directing and co-writing.
Nice.
Which, yes, a lot of people don't know this, but I've worked with the guys here and the gals. It's mostly gals actually at the San Diego Film Consortium to write this award show for a couple of years. Last year, the award show even got nominated for a couple of Emmys here in California.
Dude.
I get, it's not like the Emmys they broadcast on TV
Yeah.
with when like HBO wins, but it's
Yeah.
the same Emmys. They just award a bunch of like local programs.
yeah.
Earlier in the day, right?
Yeah, they don't broadcast it on
Right.
TV, but it's still the award. So a
Yeah.
couple people from our team won some Emmys.
But I gotta commend you, like
I
for
myself did not. Yeah.
how active you are in San Diego's like overall film community, like with the film consortium and everything. Like you're very active.
It's we started Mega64 in 2003. I was like 17 years old. I was in high school and I didn't know anybody here in San Diego. And everybody told me, if you want to like get into movies, you got to move to LA. And that really bummed me out because I felt like, why can't there be like a film scene here in San Diego?
Yeah.
And I feel like with the film consortium, I've kind of discovered that film scene that I was looking for when I was 17.
Yeah.
Now I'm 36. So it took a while, but here
Yeah.
we found it. But so people don't know this at home, but for the past like month or so, I've been filming at the Hotel Del Coronado here in San Diego. A film parody to be shown at the San Diego Film Awards on television. They're showing this parody on television, and they were showing it at the Museum of Photographic Arts. It aired last Friday, actually.
Really?
It was a parody of the movie Something Like It Hot, which is a Marilyn Monroe film from the 50s. It stars Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis as two musicians who go on the run from the mafia in drag and join an all-girl band.
I've actually never seen or heard the premise of Some Like It Hot.
No,
Really?
me neither. I've heard of
I've
it.
heard of the movie 100 times, but
Yeah.
I've never heard of what it's about.
That's what it's about. So
They're
these,
in drag? This sounds
these guys
awesome.
are running from the mob, and they join an all-girl band to hide out, but they have to be in drag the whole time, fitting in with the girls. And Marilyn Monroe is in the band, and so the comedy is like they fall in love with her, but they can't reveal who they really are. So as girls, they're just like being so flirty with her. Like, but she's like, oh, I like my new friends. And like, yeah, we're friends. Come hang out in our room and let's drink all night. Stuff like that.
The sitcom Bosom Buddies starring Tom Hanks is just based off Some Like It Hot, and I never knew.
Is that what the premise is?
Yeah, I've already heard of that.
Yeah,
too,
Tom Hanks and that blonde guy are like dress up like women and like live in a house together.
Yeah.
And have to fool their it's like
Okay.
Mr.
Well,
Roper and
Some Like It Hot's a super famous movie.
Yeah,
It's
I've heard
considered
of
like
that.
a classic.
Yeah,
comedy.
yeah.
totally.
So we did a parody of it. Some Like It Hot was filmed at the Hotel Del in the 50s. We got to film at the Hotel Del this year, which was really cool because the director of our parody was pointing out like, usually this is like $1 million a day set.
Yeah.
And we just get to be here, which was cool. But then also like I had to put on the dress. I had to put on
shit,
the
dude.
heels.
Did they put
I
you in
had
makeup?
my makeup done, lipstick. You all saw me shaved up a few years
Yeah,
ago. It's because
that's
I was
why.
in drag
Oh,
that day.
bro.
I was like fully done up. I had everything.
You didn't show us pictures?
Oh, I could show you pictures. Johnny, if you want, I'll get you some pictures and you can edit it into the Tuesday show.
that would be perfect. I'll
If
wait
you
for
wanna
Tuesday.
See a picture of me as a beautiful girl. I sent pictures to my dad
Bro,
when I was all done up, and he was like, "You make a hot chick,
Bro, I'm telling you, out of the three of you, of the gamer girls, what was her name?
Miranda was the fan
was
favorite.
fire, dude. Yeah.
Exactly. And then they took me around the Hotel Del, all up in the dress, which I'm doing Mega64, so I'm used to this stuff. But
sure.
it's still like, the hotel guests are cackling. You got these little kids like running away.
The ghosts are laughing at you.
The ghosts are laughing at me.
Super haunted there.
It was interesting because also like it wasn't Mega64. I wasn't with you guys. I was with strangers. I was
Yeah.
with people who I'd like never worked with before. So,
Yeah, it's a whole different film crew.
yeah, I just felt like I was on the spot, and it was an interesting experience. But at the end of the day, it was a fun experience, and it was
That's
like
cool.
kind of a once in a lifetime experience. Honestly, to be able to film at this super famous hotel.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if people out there have ever heard of this hotel, but in San Diego, this thing is
Yeah.
a big deal.
Huge.
It is like the oldest, most luxurious hotel in the city.
It's on an island called Coronado, which is where like presidents come to stay when they visit San Diego.
Yeah, and it is the Hotel Del Coronado. We even got to go into like the tunnels and stuff underneath the hotel.
really?
Get like secret access to
Ooh.
all the spots.
I mean, there's certain rooms that they don't give to guests because they're so haunted. They reserve them for people who want to reserve those haunted
Yeah.
rooms.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff off. It's a very like upper, it's a very fancy hotel. So there's a lot of things that are off limits unless you
Yeah.
got the coin to open up the doors.
Unless-
loosen the purses, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that was my experience. I did get a lot of comments about my chest hair when I was wearing the dress, to the point where I almost started to feel self-conscious about it, because literally like everybody was like, nice chest hair. Even when they showed it at the Museum of Photographic Arts after the fact, I was like pretty much wearing a tuxedo. People come up and they're like, I loved your chest hair,
Bro.
when you were wearing the dress.
That's masculine.
Dude.
What's wrong with a little chest hair?
The first couple times I was like, thank you. But after like 20 people were like, nice appearance of the chest hair. I was like, I don't know what to make of this. I don't know how
They
to
just
feel about
they
it.
were all staring at your chest.
Yeah.
Because-
it was a packed theater.
Yeah, eyes up here, guys.
Exactly. They couldn't take their eyes off the pecs. So if people want to see this, it is online on the KPBS website. Look up the Film Awards, the 2022 San Diego Film Awards. Check it out if you're interested. You can
Hell yeah.
see my parody of Some Like It Hot, filmed at the Hotel Del Coronado. That's what I was doing this week. That's what I've been doing for the past couple weeks, actually.
Feel good to get a big project like that, like finished.
Yeah, it was weird because it was kind of something I was just doing in my spare time. So I
Oh,
never...
okay.
I didn't ever really stress out about it. It was like, come on down and, rent a tuxedo, come on down to the Hotel Del and let's film some stuff. And I was like, okay, sounds fun. Great opportunity. Anyways.
Very cool.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Did you see the Motley Crue concert with the chick on the Titantron?
I saw
had her boob out?
I saw a tweet from Rick Cossack about there's like, here's what it was like to be at the Motley Crue concert, and it was just like normally you see that at most like concerts like that, but it was on the jumbotron side screens.
So that's
that
the
on each
cameraman.
side that normally they use to film like the like guitarists and stuff,
Yeah.
so the people in the nosebleeds can see it.
Yeah.
But it's just a woman just with her top completely off.
Real
and-
Woodstock 99
yeah,
kind of cameraman
and it
vibes.
was like it was just right on there. And yeah, so I saw Rick Cossack from Jackass tweet that out.
All right. So do you think the cameraman should get a raise or should lose his job? What's your take on it?
I don't know. I just think it was weird that they just focused on that for the jumbotron. So, like,
I'm going to say raise.
Okay, Garrett says raise.
She seemed stoked to be.
she was stoked to be on there.
Because it's that look when you are seeing yourself on the Jumbotron and then you get excited and you're not looking in camera because you're looking at the Jumbotron. And I think that was the look of surprise. It was hard to tell. I was looking at some other places too. But I think that's what was going on in her eyes.
Do you know anybody who's been on a jumbotron before? Because I've never been on a jumbotron. I don't know.
I was on a jumbotron when I was 3 years old at the Padres game.
Really?
Yeah, and I was at the Padres game with my parents, my mom and my dad. And the woman in front of us, she saw that I was like super young, and she told my parents, she said, "They're gonna put my son on the jumbotron today. Your son can be on it too. Just
get behind him or something?
So when it
behind
was
him.
like the time to do it, she was like, now. And my dad like picked me up and put me in the row in front of me. And he's like, look up there, Derek. And I was like a little kid, like, so yeah, one time
awesome.
when I was super young.
And you guys saved that like footage?
No, hell no.
No?
It's just a memory. You know,
Wow.
we didn't expect, this was like 1987,
Yeah, who
1988.
knows?
We
No
didn't
one's
expect
recording
it.
that.
Yeah, it just happened out of the blue.
No, like
Holy shit.
Qualcomm or
Jack Murphy. Yeah, that's what it was. Well, what about you?
I've never I don't know anybody other
No.
than now I do, but
Okay.
I've never been on a jumbotron before.
Not even
Yeah.
I went to like every home games for the San Diego Barracudas, and I never made it on that jump.
Really?
It happened to me so young. I thought it was like something that happens to everybody.
No,
I guess
it's a
only
rarity.
now am I realizing it's rare.
They only pick out the cute kids. That's why.
Aw, yes. Well, I'm still waiting to hear Kevin's take. Fire the cameraman or give him more money. The people
Yeah,
want to
like
know.
there's more money.
More money.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Give
You know
a
what? I
raise.
agree. If I was at that show and was exposing myself, put it on the Jumbotron. I'm
Put it
not
out
doing
there.
this for nobody. I'm here to get Motley Crue's attention. Right?
Yeah, definitely. Or just general attention from the audience.
You know, I could be, and I say exposing myself, I could be mooning, right?
True.
I could just have my cheeks out. Yeah, put that on the dumb Jumbotron. Put that on the dumb Jumbotron.
Blow it up.
Yeah.
Blow it up big.
Come on, this ain't for just the people in my row. This is for the whole, not only for everybody at the concert to enjoy, but now that Rick Cossack has tweeted it, the whole world can enjoy it.
Do you remember ever seeing that IRL at a heavy metal concert? Did we see any at Maiden?
Boobs?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, really?
I did not see any.
I
boobs.
have.
Did you?
I have the most vivid memories
Oh my
from
gosh.
probably every pair
Oh, you
that
got
has ever been flashed IRL in the
You gotta
wild.
be kidding me. Where were you when you
Burned
saw
your
the
head.
best pair of boobs?
Well, the best concert,
ever.
the best concert flash ever
Yeah, let's get into it. This
Was that-
finally, an hour into the podcast, is finally getting good.
at Soma Live, Danzig on the main stage, and he starts playing "She Rides," which is such a stripper song. And there's like a tap on my shoulder from
How does
someone.
She Rides go? What's kind of like the riff?
It's like
Oh, shit. I'm about ready to strip.
I mean, it's a total like burlesque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She rides. You know,
You're good. Okay.
this dude taps me on the shoulder from behind, and I'm like, "Oh, what?" And he's like, and
Check it out.
I look maybe 5 feet, like 3 more people behind me. It's almost inappropriate to stare, so I only glance.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was just like, whoa! Some woman on her boyfriend's shoulders.
Yeah.
So she's elevated now, like in perfect viewing angle. completely pulled up and resting up on top perfectly. And
She rides.
she rode.
You
for
know
the
what?
2 minutes that song. No, for the 3 minutes that song, she rode on her boyfriend's shoulders topless. TOPLESS.
That's cool.
She did it for the whole fucking song.
That's cool.
It was awesome. I know.
I'm going to say something controversial. And I know the people out there who like to, I know the cancel culture is not going to be happy about this. So get your hot button ready because I'm going to say it.
All right.
Boobs are cool.
Shit.
They're cool.
He said it, dude. I can't believe it.
I know people don't want to hear it. We're not supposed to say it. They're kind of cool. And guys don't have them.
And that's a problem.
It generally speaking, there's
We become
certain cases they do, but generally
Sure.
speaking, we don't have an equivalent as cool. We don't have that.
And we can get a little obsessed. I'm be honest
I'm
here.
not even saying that, but I'm just saying there's something cool about being at a rock concert and you could just. We got nothing. What am I going to whip out? You know what I mean?
What
am I going to do?
I'm not feeding my young. I'm not whipping them out at a concert.
Yeah.
I can't do
Yeah.
anything with these.
I think, let me find an intellectual way to say what I'm
Please.
trying to say.
Yeah. Put a cherry right on this.
When a breast is introduced into a rock and roll setting in a fun, fancy-free manner,
Yeah.
the energy in the room immediately skyrockets. And that is a power that us guys,
Yeah.
we don't got.
Janet Jackson can do it like that. Best Super Bowl halftime show ever.
Correct
period.
me if I'm wrong. I'm theorizing. I'm speculating. Is there anything we can do that is the same? Like, hey, let's take this to the next level.
No, we can't compete with that.
We had a friend, I'm not going to name his name, who had a habit of exposing his penis.
I've seen it.
I've seen it too. New Year's Eve,
Oh,
2014.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And 15.
And 13. But it didn't elevate the energy the same
No.
way. It elevated the energy, but not the same way.
You know,
It was like a jump scare in a horror film.
Yeah,
that was kind of the energy.
it's not shock and awe. It's like either comic, like, oh, I sat in gum, and then he shows you, and then that's kind of funny. Or yeah, it's horrifying and
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
kind of jaw hits the floor, kind of shock.
Before I get into trouble with my hot takes, that's all I'm gonna say.
No, we got it. We nailed it.
Yeah,
Kevin, we nailed it, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Good.
I wish there was. I wish like a guy's something.
Like your toes or something was like,
Yeah,
The
like
next
if a guy showed his toes, the whole room would be like, yeah,
like you could get
nothing.
like, yeah, like you could manipulate people into doing stuff like something if you show them your toes, right?
Yeah. What, Johnny?
Johnny?
Johnny's got it.
What do you got?
What do we got?
Maybe your favorite brass band is playing, and you wanna get on stage and
Oh,
get
Rise Against style?
and get pissed on. That'll get you on the jumbotron.
That will get you on the jump. Was that?
But once again,
is that technically nudity on a
that's-
jumbotron?
That's the power of the female performer.
Yeah.
That's her pissing on me. That's why it's on the Jumbotron. That could be any guy there getting pissed on. You're getting on the Jumbotron. That's not something I'm bringing to the table.
That guy seems stoked though.
He seems stoked.
He
and
seemed surprised.
She
if you ask
seemed
me.
pissed that he didn't react because she just kind of kicked him at the end, like, get the fuck off the stage now.
Yeah. She got pissed.
She-
in that situation. That's what happened there.
I forgot about that video.
Well, hey, it's been a great podcast.
It has.
I've had fun. I'm sorry Rocco and Sean weren't here tonight, but they'll be back real soon. But we're gonna go into our after show now, so stick around. We've got some goodies.
And
to-
Sean can't have any.
That's right. So, Kevin, final thoughts?
Yeah. Thanks for watching. And that's about it. Have a good night.